Hey guys, it's me. It's been a long time since I put a video together. Well, it feels like it's been a long time. I wanted to talk about this for a long time. I've just been kind of nervous about it, I guess. Throughout this cancer experience so far, I've just had one round of chemo, but a lot's happened. A lot's happened. And I just wanted to talk about it. I think so far, they talk about a lot of the physical things that'll happen to you when you go through cancer. And the symptoms, the challenges that evoke physical pain and hardship. Thus far, I haven't had many of those, knock on wood. And I'm grateful for that. But there has been lots of emotional challenges, which you can imagine, and logistical challenges. Those have been sort of the biggest headaches through this whole process, is insurance and and times and places, and making sure everyone's covered and safe and has everything they need. And then again, the emotional stuff. Cancer is a mysterious thing in a lot of ways, and a lot of people don't understand, or we don't as a whole understand why people get cancer and where it comes from. Sometimes we do, but a lot of times we don't. And it's like, why me? Why me? A lot of people feel that way, but I don't think I've ever had that moment where I was like, why me? Because honestly, and this is the hard thing, I feel like I know why me. It's really kind of a bizarre thing, but I feel like I knew this was going to happen. And it's so easy to say that after the fact, like after something like this happens, to feel like, oh, I saw it coming. But just the way that I was going with my life and the things that were happening just seemed that way. And it's funny, so on the outside, okay, so married to a beautiful, intelligent, sweet, big-hearted, self-sacrificing woman, have two beautiful, healthy, happy children, live in a beautiful place, California, have a safe home that's cozy and everything that we could need, like food and clothing and things that a lot of people take for granted. But something was wrong. There was some element wrong. I was also pursuing my passion, which was art, visual art, which I've wanted to do since I was like 5 years old or younger. I wanted to draw, I wanted to do this, and I'm finally doing it. And I'm married to the girl that I fell in love with when I was 11. There's a story there, which I can tell you another time. So it's like, well, what was wrong? What do you mean, like, you saw this coming, and you had all these good things in your life, and, I was exercising. I just saw my reflection in the window and freaked myself out. Because it's late at night, and I don't want to disturb the household, so that's why I'm kind of doing this now. So yeah, everything's going right. Everything's going great, but everything isn't going great. And I think a lot of that was, all of it was internal, emotional. For me, I think this has always been the case, sort of my whole life, is that seeking external validation, seeking somebody to tell me that I'm good enough, that I'm smart enough, or skilled enough, or whatever enough. And that means different things to different people. I think intelligence wasn't always super important to me in that regard, but feeling like I'm a good artist and feeling like I'm a good person, a good father, a good husband, and I didn't feel like I was good at any of those things. I didn't feel like I was a good husband. Not that I did anything wrong or bad, but I also felt like I didn't do anything exceptional or wonderful. And my wife might disagree. And with my kids, I basically spend all my time with them. I'm the at-home dad, and we're watching movies together and playing together and feeding them, putting them to bed, cleaning them. But there always felt like a barrier between them and me and my wife too. Like there's this barrier. And I just never felt good enough, and I never felt enough for them. And I never felt enough for myself. And I think part of the reason that I came out here to study art was that I wanted somebody to tell me that I was good. Like, you're a good artist. You're a good artist. You're good at this. You're good at this. And as my grades steadily improved and the amount of effort and time I put into my projects increased, my passion for art decreased. My connection to my family decreased. I'd spend hours up late at night drawing and getting better and learning my skill and my craft. But it just seemed like the more I tried, the harder I was there for everything, the harder I put my money where my mouth was, the worse I felt. I just felt awful. I just felt tired all the time. And again, I think that there's a chicken egg situation with that, like with cancer. Like what the doctor said is I could have had like the lesser form of this cancer for years affecting me, making me tired, making me this, making me that. So there's sort of the chicken egg situation. Sorry, I keep creeping myself out. And so was the cancer here making me tired, making me feel these things? I don't think so. I mean, even if that's the case, I don't think that's the whole case. I think for me, I was waiting for someone else to tell me I was good enough. I was waiting for someone else to tell me that I belonged and that I had purpose. But the thing is, people were always telling me that. My friends, who are wonderful and who I've mentioned a few times, were always saying wonderful things about me. My family, same thing. But it's like, it wasn't enough. You know, last semester I worked the hardest I ever worked, slept the least I ever slept. I got 2 B+ in my classes. In my school that I'm in, an A means that you have industry grade skill, meaning you could get a job at Disney or Pixar or something like that. But B+, you know, B+ is amazing to me. I think I would have cried, but I just didn't feel anything. Why is that? Like, why would this happen? Why would someone do this? And I think since I was young, I was a people pleaser. I was trying to make everyone happy, trying to be like, oh, this is the best that I could be. And it's always by the standard of whoever I was with. So it was like my parents, I would like do what they thought, or my parents-in-law, or my wife, or whoever. And even if there was a little voice inside me saying, no, don't do it that way, or no, there's a better way, or no, your way is good, I would just let that voice go and go with whatever other people were, like, you know, what I thought was the authority. And then a lot of times that would crash and burn. It's like, my idea was better, but because of whatever, my confidence or my sense of self, I just didn't go with it. So I kind of felt like my life was kind of going down the tubes, and not, again, in an external sense, but in an internal sense. It was like I was a man in a desert seeking water, and the water was self-assurance and self-worth, and I would keep trying to put myself on other people's, I don't know, like what they thought I should be instead of what I should be. And I literally came this close to death. And I haven't really talked about that. But the kind of cancer that had mutated in my body, the more dangerous cancer, could have got me in a few months. If I hadn't taken it out, if I wasn't acting. It was very hyper aggressive, and if my wife, who was taking care of me, said, this is very disconcerting, we should check it out, I wouldn't be here talking to you right now. So it's like I literally got to the edge, and thank God, or the universe and my wife, that I was able to pull myself back, and now that I am back, I want to make some changes. You know, it's like, at this point, do I really care what someone else thinks of my art? Yes, or my drawings, or my this, or that, but not enough to not do it. Like, not enough for it to rob my joy. Like, homework, art became homework, and homework became whatever my teacher says is good is good. No passion, no feeling. Why am I doing this? It's like, I married the woman that I love, but it's like, if I feel like I can't be myself, or if I feel like I can't say my ideas, or my thoughts, or my whatever, or take control of myself, then I'm not even here anymore. And I think that's what happened. I think that I almost forfeit my chance to be on this planet, to be alive, just by always submitting myself to other people's standards. To always just like being, oh, like, what do you think is right, or what do you think is better, or whatever you think. You know, for the longest time, I kind of followed a lot of what I would consider Eastern thought of kind of diminishing the ego in favor of kind of going with the flow. But I think I took that too far. So again, you know, I can't say that cancer came because I was not emotionally fulfilled as a person, but I was having visions of being in a hospital bed. I know it might sound crazy, but just like in the shower and an image just comes in your mind, and not being able to do anything, and my family having to come take care of me. And people would ask, like, did you will this to happen? And I hope I didn't. I really hope I didn't. But I think I just felt at the end of my rope, staying up late each night doing these assignments and then spending all day with the kids and just being exhausted and just waiting for someone else to tell me I was good. So now I'm at the end of my semester of school, and I have to put it all on hold, of course, so I can get my treatments. But I like to think that now when I come back, I'm going to really try to own my work, do what I want to do, not say damn the grades, but don't weigh them nearly as much. I think if there's anything that I've kind of learned from this is that you should always listen to other people. You should always listen to other people's opinions. But at the end of the day, you need to know what you think. You need to know what you feel. You have a responsibility to yourself because you're the only one that knows your voice. You're the only one that hears that thing in your head saying, or your heart saying, do this, do this, do this. And I think we all do that. I think we all, to different degrees, just forget ourselves in favor of what's easy, what's convenient. And I think that we're all put here, regardless of what your religious or scientific viewpoint is, to do certain things. We have certain skills and certain passions. You don't choose what you love. These things are in you. And I think we have a responsibility to do what we are made to do. And I know that I'm meant to be where I am and doing what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it for myself. Not that I'm going to ignore my wife or my kids. They need what they need, but I'm going to be the measure of what's good. I'm going to say, hey, I did enough laundry today. I did enough dishes today. I changed enough diapers today. Or I drew this picture. It's good. I really don't care what you think. I drew it. I love it. It came together the way I wanted. So, long video. And maybe didn't touch on every exact thing, but the bottom line is I want to live now. I do, as me, as Andy, doing what I want to do. Not without caring about other people, but not caring so much. Not listening to every little bit and letting everyone else's emotion, everyone else's thought override me. Because I have legitimate thoughts. I have legitimate feelings and ideas. So, I hope some of this made sense. Thank you guys for watching this. Sorry I've been a little slow on the videos. I've been physically doing very well. Emotionally, it's been challenging. So I wanted to kind of touch on the real part of things, as that's my theme. Anyway, wherever you are, if you watched the whole thing, thanks a lot. I hope that you're doing well. And I have some other plans for videos coming soon. So stay tuned. All right, have a good one.